Hello and welcome to Poetic Insights, the series where we unravel the beauty and the depth of poetry for CBSE classes 9 to 12. Today, we delve into a poignant work that speaks volumes about rural struggle and urban indifference. Robert Frost, A Roadside Stand. Before we dive into the poem, let's take a moment to appreciate the genius behind it. Robert Frost, born in San Francisco in 1874, is one of the America's most celebrated poets. Often associated with rural New England, Frost's poetry is renowned for its realistic depiction of country life and his mastery of American colloquial speech. He was four-time Pulitzer Prize winner for poetry, and his work often explored themes of nature, isolation, community, and the human condition. His seemingly simple language often masks profound philosophical insight, making his poem both accessible and deeply thought-provoking. A Roadside Stand is a perfect example of life's ability to weave complex social commentary into a evocative narrative. Now, introduction to the poem. A Roadside Stand is a powerful social commentary written in 1936, a time when the economic disparities between urban and rural areas were stark. The poem explores the feeling of the rural poor and have set up a small stand by the highway, hoping to earn some money from the passing city traffic. It is a vivid portrayal of their hopes, their disappointments, and the callous indifference of the wealthy urban dwellers. Robert highlights the vast change between these two worlds, exposing the illusion of progress and the rural cost of development when it overlooks the needs of the invulnerable. The poem is not just about a physical stand. It is a metaphor for the dream and struggles of an entire segment of society. Now, the line-by-line explanation. Let's break down the poem line by line to truly understand its message. The poem opens with the line, "The little old house was out with a little new shade. In front, at the edge of the road where the traffic sped." Here, we are introduced to the setting, a small, humble edition of an old house, strategically placed by the busy road. Contrast of little old house and little new shed immediately suggests an attempt at improvement, a new venture. Now, the next line. A roadside stand that too pathetically played. It means the stand isn't just an inanimate object. It's play, personifying its desperate hope for attention and business. The word pathetically immediately shed a tone of pity and the vulnerability. Now, the next line. It would not be fair to say for a dole of bread, but for some of the money, the cash whose flow support, the flower of city from sinking and withering fate. It means the owner isn't begging for charity, but for a fair exchange for money, the cash. The very same money that sustained the prosperity flower of city. This line sharply contrasts the vibrancy of urban life, funded by this cash, with the struggling rural existence. Now the next line. The polished traffic passed with a mind ahead, or if ever aside a moment, then out of shot, and having the landscape marred with the artless paint of sign that with an turn wrong and yes turn wrong. It means the city folk in their polished traffic are too self-absorbed, too focused on their destination to notice the stand. If they do it with annoyance at the artless paint and misspelled sign, seeing them as an eyesore that marred their pristine view. This highlights their superficiality and lack of empathy. Now, look at the next line. Offered for sale wild berries in wooden quarter, or crooked neck gold squares with silver wall, or beauty rest in a beautiful mountain scene. These lines describe the simple rustic offering of the stand, natural produce, and perhaps a picturesque view, all representing the authentic rural experience. Now, look at the next line. You have the money, but if you want to be mean, why keep your money this costly and go along? It means this is the voice of the stand owner, a frustrated thought, a silent plea, and accusation. They know the city dwellers have the mean, but choose to withhold, highlighting the meanness or indifference. Now, look at the next line. The hurt to the scenery won't be my complaint, so much as the trusting sorrow of what is unsaid. The poet clarified that the heart of the scenery is not the main issue. The real pain lies in the unspoken rusting sorrow of the rural folk, their unfulfilled hopes, and naive belief that their effort will be rewarded. Now look towards the next line. Here, far from the city, we make our roadside stand and ask for some city money to feel in hand, to try if it will not make our being expand and give us the life of the moving picture promise that the party is power is said to be keeping from us. Here, the true longing of the rural people is revealed. The seek city money not just for survival, but for a change to expand their lives, to experience the moving picture, promise the modern comfort and opportunity they see advertised with they believe are unjustly kept for us by the powerful. It means it is in the news that all these pitiful kids are to be bought out and mercifully gathered in, to live in village next to the theater and the store, where they won't have to think for themselves anymore. It means the poem then shifts to the new, a cynical commentary on proposed government scheme. The greedy good doer benefit beasts of prey are wealthy philanthropists or politicians who claim to be helping by relocating these people, promising them amenities like theater and stores. But in reality, they are robbing them of their independence and self-sufficiency, ensuring they won't have to think for themselves anymore. Now, the next line, while greedy good doer benefit beasts of prey, swarm over their lives enforcing benefits that are calculated to soothe them out of their wits. And by teaching them how to sleep, they sleep all day, destroy their sleeping at night the ancient way. It means this is a sharp critique of the exploitative charity. The benefits are not empowering but disempowering, soothing them out of their wits, making them passive and dependent, ultimately destroying their natural rhythm of life and their inherent resilience. Now look towards the next line. Sometimes I feel myself I can hardly bear the thought of so much childish longing in vain. The sadness that love near the hope window there, that waits all day in almost open prayer. For the sequel of Briggs, the sound of a stopping car. It means the poet expresses his personal anguish at the childish longing in vain of these people. The open window symbolizes their constant, hopeful waiting like a prayer for a customer. Now look at the next slide. Of all the thousand selfish cars that pass, just one of inquire what a farmer's price are. And one did stop, but only to plow up grass. In using the yard to back and turn around. It means the bitter irony here is palpable. Out of countless cars, they just wish for one genius inquiry. But when a car finally stops, it is not to buy, but to use their space for convenience, further highlighting the disregard. Now look towards the next line. And another to ask the way to where it was bound. And another to ask, could they sell it a gallon of gas? They couldn't this crossly. They had none, didn't it see? It means even the subsequent stop are not to business. Related to the stand's offering, the crossly tone revealed the deep frustration of the stand owner at these irrelevant inquiries. Their lack of gas also underscores their limited resource. Now to the next line. No in country money, the country scale of gain. The requisite lift of spirit has never been found, or so the voice of the country seems to complain. The poet laments that the rural economic operating or a different scale of gain has not provided the lift of spirit or the prosperity found in city. This is the collective voice of the country expressing its grievance. Now look towards the next line. I can't help owing the great relief it would be to put these people at one stroke out of their pain. It means this is a shocking and profound line. The poet, overwhelmed by their suffering, admits to a morbid wish, a desire to end their pain instantly, even if it means ending their life. This reflects the depth of despair he feels witnessing their plight. Now look at the next line. And then next day, as I come back into the same, I wonder how I should like you to come to me and offer to put me gently out of my pain. The poet immediately retracts or questions this thought. Upon returning to a sane mind, he reflects on his own wish and with a touch of dark humor and profound empathy, wonders if he himself would accept such an offer if he were in their shoes, implying the sheer desperation that would lead to such a thought. Now, the poetic devices of the poem. Robert Frost's A Roadside Stand is rich with poetic devices that enhance its meaning and emotional impact. Let's look at a few. Firstly, we have personification. The most prominent example is a roadside stand that two empathetically played. Here, the inanimate stand is given the human quality of pleading, emphasizing its desperation and vulnerability. Next, metaphor. Metaphor is used effectively. The flower of cities is a metaphor for the prosperous and vibrant urban life, sustained by the very money the ruler poor are seeking. This highlights the stark contrast between the two words. Frost also employs illustration to create a rhythm and emphasize it. For instance, greedy doer, greedy good doers, and benefits beast of prey draw attention to the paradoxical nature of these so-called helpers. Imagery is crucial in painting vivid pictures. Lines like crooked neck, golden squares with silver watch, and polished traffic create a strong visual impression that help us visualize the scene and the characters. We also see irony at play. The benefit beast of prey is an oxymoron, ironically highlighting the predatory nature of those who claim to be benevolent. The ultimate irony lies in the city dwellers' indifference despite having the means to help and their stop, being for everything but the actual purpose of the stand. Finally, enjambment. Enjambment is used throughout the poem, where lines continue without punctuation into the next, creating a natural conversational flow that mirrors the flow of thought and observation. This also adds to the scene of an ongoing struggle. And that brings us to the end of our analysis of Robert Frost's A Roadside Stand. This poem serves as a powerful reminder of the enduring struggles of the marginalized and the often unseen impact of societal progress on individual lives. Join us next time on Poetic Insight as we explore another profound work. Thank you for watching.